PSG leading the break. Gomes looking for the overlap. Alba inside. It's Messi!
Yeah, outside. He plays it inside. Great tackle, but no! He's finished off by Jenny! It's a run from him, but it's Messi. It's Iniesta! And the
Hello community, welcome back to another Barcelona match review. Barcelona beats Getafe 1-0. Well, that was a woeful one. That was an absolute shit performance from Barcelona. Probably the worst performance post World Cup. I mean, Atletico Madrid, Espanyol, Intercity, those are nothing in front of this match because this match had so much problems. Barcelona as a team were not functioning well, and on top of that, add individual mistakes. It was just horror from Barcelona, and of course we'll talk about them later. But again, this is the thing that I really don't like is we have a good momentum, a good confidence build up from of course winning the Spanish Super Cup, beating one of the best teams in Europe, Real Madrid, and then this is how we perform again in La Liga. I feel like it's probably kind of understandable because Getafe, we have always struggled against them. They're one of the not really the best defensive teams, but a really frustrating one to deal with because they actually got some good centre backs like Digne, who really are annoying, and of course Carles Alenia, who is a former Barcelona player, also plays for them. And actually, to be honest, he did a fair job today. Like, he had a couple of opportunities to put the game into the bed, which would be very horrible for Barcelona, but we of course had a savior who of course we'll talk about later. But yeah, it was just not going in our way. Getafe were able to play through us. They were just destroying us, and then while we were trying to do something, we were not really great in final output. So lots of problems, lots of discussion. So you know what, let's get into it. And let's begin with the starting 11. Shoutouts to Plus Barca for this 11. Ter Stegen in goal. Our backline Balde, Christensen, Koundé and Roberto. Midfield 3 Gavi, Busquets, Pedri. And our front 3 Dembele on the left, Rafinha on the right and Ansu Fati up top. So Ferran Torres and Lewandowski were suspended. That's why Ansu was at top as the number 9. And Roberto was playing in the right back because Araujo had some discomfort and Xavi wanted to get him rest. So that's why Roberto started as well. Talking about the first half, and this was a woeful half from Barcelona and absolutely horrible. Like, already as a team, Barcelona were not able to progress really well, do effective output. Already that was a problem, but then some individual annoyingness, or I don't know what you're gonna call frustration, brought on from players like Dembele, who, to be honest, was little bit threatening, like in the sense he was getting involved, he was getting a lot of the service. It's just that his final output was not being effective, and it was really costing Barcelona because we were really giving a lot of chances towards Dembele to do something from the output, but then of course it was just frustration all over. And in this match, of course, Xavi went with the midfield centric style, pass to Gavi, Pedri, and then they would switch up to the flanks to Dembele and Rafinha, who would then give their service or output towards Ansu or Pedri or whatever. But in this match, actually what was going on was that Getafe, as always, they were going with a 5-3-2 formation, so you already know, low block, yes sir. So not only that though, that was not the only issue. The issue was that our width options, Rafinha and Dembele, were getting heavily countered. They were getting a 2v1 situation from our wingers, which was really costing problems. And again, another problem was that Dembele was playing on the right hand side and Rafinha was playing on the left, which again, of course there is a moment where some brilliance comes from the left hand side, but it's not like it always works, and throughout the half we had seen that it wasn't really working that well. So at the end, of course, towards around the 30th minute or something, or maybe before that, Rafinha came back to the right hand, right flank, which made things a little bit better, but not by much. Again, because Getafe did not change their stance, they were going with the 2v1, causing problems for our width options. From there, they were building up counterattacks, and their counterattacks, my god, the way they were playing today, the 1-2 pass between Alenia and the wingers or the fullbacks, what was going on? Like, they were in some hole other chemistry level. And I'm just thinking, is this really Getafe? Like, why are they not top 5, top 6? Like, what is this? Like, they are literally playing through around us like as if it's nothing. And it's I'm just like, why do teams turn on this well? They're 16th in La Liga and they are literally going this good. Like, they are just passing through around, one touch pass, Alenia's through, chokes. But it was horror for Barcelona. And again, we were playing high line, which is also a reason why we were defending wise we were having a bit struggle, because Alenia and all, they were easily getting through our high line, getting lots of space. And it was, of course, 1v1 against the man himself, Ter Stegen. He was, again, we'll talk about more about him later, but he saved our ass, obviously. And compared for talking about the attack, our attacks was like, it was okay. Like, we had a couple of opportunities in the first half. We were just not able to bring the final output. Like, there was one when Balde was making overlapping run, gave a ball towards Dembele then shot, but then of course keeper saved. Then there was one, I think, for Ansu Fati, but unfortunately he could not finish it. We were getting some chances. It wasn't like it was completely Getafe, but Getafe really had a lot of chances. Like, they had like maybe two clear-cut chances. They could have easily made it 2-0, but they choked very badly in the final third. So I guess that's that. But then of course we do get the goal, which we were lucky. I'm not gonna lie, we were lucky. But to be honest, I'm not gonna discredit this goal, because we pressed, we got the ball, we recovered it, and then of course we led the attack. So it was recovered by, I think, Christensen, who then gave a nice early pass towards Rafinha. Rafinha made the run from the left hand side, gave a nice cross towards Pedri, who was making the run inside, and Pedri hit that in, made it 1-0 for Barcelona. So Pedri coming into the scoring sheet, and of course Rafinha from the left hand side giving an assist. But that was probably the only thing that I could say about Rafinha on the left hand side, because again, most of the service was going towards Dembele, was trying those 1v1s and stuff, and it wasn't really working. And I think Rafinha should play on the right hand side. We should give him more service because he's got a lot in him, and maybe some runners as well around him, because he can give some really good crosses. And just like that, Pedri made a run, got the cross in, and then we got the goal. So other than that goal, we were not good, and we were committing a lot of mistakes in that first half as well, individually. There were so many, like I cannot even think on top of my head. Like, I think there was one of Pedri, but I think that was like in the second half. There was one of like Busquets as well. I think that's what's in second half. There was a lot though. If you guys watched the match, you guys would know we were not doing good, and it was really causing problems. And just like that, Barcelona ended first half 1-0. Absolutely woeful shit. I don't know what to say. It was not a convincing one. Now let's talk about the players. How did they do in the first half? And of course, the man of the match, the guy himself who saved us. I don't know, like 3 points, 2 points I would say. I don't know, I would say probably 3 points I would say, because we would have lost this match if he wasn't there. Marc-Andre Ter Stegen saving like 3 goals, 3 big chances for Getafe in that first half. It was woeful from Barcelona, but this man stepped up. And this is one of the situations where I'm like, okay, he played good, really nice, but then should we be happy about that? I don't think so, because we were defensively shite. We were getting broken through easily. We were getting countered badly from Getafe, and it's okay, I guess. But I'm glad that Ter Stegen really stepped up, because he got us the 3 points. Definitely, he's the man who got us the 3 points. And man, brilliance from Marc-Andre Ter Stegen. Absolutely masterclass from him. He was brilliant in that first half. Roberto was alright, I would say. Not really good, not really bad. He had some errors as well. Was not looking that good. It was an okay first half from Roberto. Nothing really much to say. Tried to make those inverted runs. Not really the best. It didn't really work out good. Koundé and Christensen as the centre-back duo, I feel like were okay. But then again, the issue of getting broken through easily was really a problem for our centre-back duo. And Christensen, I will give him a fair shout for that early pass that he gave to Rafinha for the goal. So I guess I'll give him fair shouts for that. But other than that, it was kind of a meh performance from our centre back duo, not really convincing one. Balde on the left hand side making some overlapping runs, trying to get into the attack and defensively tried his best. Really, it's okay. It's okay from Balde as well. Like I wouldn't give really big shouts for our defense because we were not looking defensively convincing any whatsoever. But Balde, I feel like he did okay. I think I'll give him a bit fair shouts. He tried what he could. So Balde was all right. Busquets was also okay. He was also trying his best, orchestrating from the midfield, trying to control the tempo, give those passes and stuff. And I guess Busquets was okay. Really, I did. He got lots of ball recoveries, I feel like. So I guess that was okay. But other than that, it was okay from Busquets as well. Pedri and Gavi, both of them, the midfielders, I feel like were also okay. Shouts to Pedri, of course, for scoring the goal. That was a good finish, by the way. Many people cannot finish that, so fair shouts to him for that. And I feel like they did a decent job. Like they were not as bad as others were. Like I feel like they had an improvement in their game, like compared to them. It was okay, like not really something that I would like be amazed about or something. Like there were some individual mistakes from Pedri. Gavi was trying his best, so I feel like it was okay from both of them. I would say a bit decent, like a level above than the rest of the players. Dembele was very frustrating. I was so frustrated watching this guy, and I don't even want to talk much about him. So we are going into someone else. Actually, you know what? I'll give a few more points about Dembele. He was, again, like I said, involved, had a lot of service. It's just his final output was horrible, and there was many opportunities where he could have given passes to like Pedri in the first half. He just could not do it for saving his life. I don't know. It was really frustrating, and it's like I don't know how I feel about it, because the thing is, in first half he was kind of frustrating, but in second half he stepped up his game. Like he was looking a bit more better, if not the best. So definitely he was looking much better in second half, but first half it was frustrating to watch him. Rafinha, I don't want to blame him much. I'll give him shouts, of course, for the assist, but I don't want to give him too much blame because, again, he's playing on the left hand side where he can't flourish. We have seen him multiple times. Again, Xavi is doing that. So of course, in the lineup you guys have seen Rafinha on the right hand side, but most of the time actually in the first half, towards I would say maybe like the 30th minute, Rafinha was actually playing on the right hand, in the left hand side. So it was kind of annoying, but they were of course interchanging, like Dembele and Rafinha were interchanging, but most of the time actually you would see Rafinha on the left hand side, which was really problematic. But Xavi of course recognized that. That's why he made him back into the right hand side, and I feel like he did a bit better. Ansu is a really concerning one, and I don't know what to say. Ansu throughout the game, even in the first half, I don't know, he again did not perform. I feel like, I don't know whether is it because his role was foreign. Of course he's not a centre forward, he's a player who likes to invert and try to make some connections with, I don't know, with Pedri or something, who's making the runs inside the box. He is not, he is a good finisher, but he doesn't have those finishing boots. Like he does have, but I feel like it's probably confidence, you could say, a little bit, but also maybe about the positioning, maybe about him not getting the service, maybe also about that he just, I feel like he doesn't feel comfortable in that number 9 spot. I feel like he's more comfortable in going in the inverted role, as a left winger. I feel like that suits him. So Ansu was also not good. Like he was alright. Maybe I'll say meh, to be honest. Like he was a meh to me. So that's just how Barcelona played in first half, and that's, Barcelona ended the first half score being 1-0. Now let's talk about the second half. Well, second half, more individual mistakes. It was more problematic for Barcelona, more chances for, of course, Getafe. But in this second half, they did not have really convincing chances. I would say probably the one towards the end where there was a free kick and there was a header from the ex-Madrid player. I forgot his name. I think it was Lozano or something. And then, of course, Ter Stegen saved that ass again. Other than that, it was a very meh performance. I feel like Alenia did quite good from Getafe. I would give him some fair shouts. He was quite active doing his job for Getafe. And yeah, I mean, it was not really good from Barcelona. There was a good chance from Barca actually in that second half from Dembele, where there was a pass from Eric Garcia who gave him a through ball to Dembele, and then Dembele made a run, cut inside, gave a pass to Kessié, another sub, and then Kessié was inside the box, shot, but then of course keeper saved. So there were some subs, of course, like Xavi made, Eric Garcia came on, Kessié came on. I think, yeah, I mean, actually, some surprised departures from this match was actually Rafinha. Did not get full 90 minutes in this match. And I think even Alonso came on, which was quite surprising. Like, Jordi Alba also came on for Alejandro Balde, which again, I'm like, Balde was okay. Bringing Jordi Alba, I guess, all right. I mean, he also did not do anything good. In fact, he also had even he had an individual mistake. The one in the second half where like he was trying to tackle Alenia, and then Alenia passed towards the fullback, and then he gave a cross. It didn't come really dangerous, but it would have been a lot of dangerous. Yeah, so it was really Getafe just playing through around 1-2 passes, getting through our mistakes. We got one of the mistake, in that first goal. We recovered the ball, and then they of course were trying to play very quickly, which is of course that resulted into the mistake in which Christensen gave the early pass. So their fast-paced football was working, but at the same time it costed them the match. So yeah, it's just like that how Barcelona ends the match, 1-0, and really concerning stuff from Barcelona, but I guess we'll take the 3 points. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this review, this analysis, and if you guys did, make sure to like, share, subscribe as always, and yeah, I will see you guys next time. Peace.